Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the JLS Cars YouTube channel. In today's video, I have a vehicle that has not less than 23 variants and a price range from 16 lakhs all the way to 28 lakhs. Yes, I am talking about the brand new Mahindra XUV700. You guys would have seen hundreds of videos on this car on the internet. However, this is going to be the most detailed video covering what really matters: the styling, the features, the interior comfort, the true driving experience, as well as is this new vehicle really worth your hard-earned money. Let's find out right now. A massive thank you to Automotive Mahindra for giving me this all-new XUV for review. If you plan to buy the new XUV, check it out, take a test drive or even book the vehicle, do check out Automotive Mahindra. The links will be in the description below. Straight away, starting with styling, from the front we have the all-new Mahindra logo. Looks posh, upmarket, premium. The new grille design looks quite nice, and as you guys can see, this element merges into the DRL. Massive DRL element, looks really premium. Unmistakable face for the new XUV700. Talking about the lights, we have dynamic swipe indicators both in the front and the back. All LED units, as well as all new booster LED over here, which turns on at high speeds for extra visibility. We also get fog lights down below. Moving to the side profile, we have these massive 18-inch wheels. Looks really big, fills out the wheel arches quite well, gives the car a purposeful look. Moving to the side, we have the indicators on the mirror as well as the camera. We'll come to that later. And this car's party trick, it's pop-out door handles. Press a button, the door handles pop out, just like the Range Rover Velar, the Mercedes S-Class and other premium vehicles. Looks really very cool and definitely a party trick of the XUV700. Talking about the rear styling, we have these massive lights, looks really purposeful. We have dynamic swipe indicators in the rear as well. The all-important XUV700 badging, AX7, because this is the top-spec petrol automatic version we have with us today. We get a rear wiper, we get an inbuilt spoiler, a shark fin antenna, the new Mahindra logo. This vehicle really has a lot of cameras as well. Camera over here, rear parking sensors, and well, let's really open the boot. But before that, this vehicle has faced a lot of controversy for its plastic composite tailgate. However, many premium vehicles do have this sort of design to save weight as well as keep costs low. And with that, let's open the boot of the XUV700. As you guys can see, with all 3 rows of seating, boot space is quite limited. However, at the flick of a switch, you get a big boot to hold enough luggage for a family of 4, no issue. An important point to note is, despite this vehicle having 3 rows of seats, the last row passenger gets their own AC controls, a 12-volt socket, cup holders, speakers as well as a grab handle to ensure that even they are entertained on a long journey. Before we move inside, it's time to find out whether 6-foot me will fit in the 3rd row. Let's find out right now. Accessing the 3rd row quite easy, single operation, seat tumbles forward. Yes. Alright, so as you guys can see, legroom at the back is not that great for a person who my height, and my head is just about touching the roof. However, for small kids, this is definitely an easy place to sit. A lot of space over here for children, but for adults it's a bit cramped, especially for long distances. Let's now jump to second row. Let's now check out the all-important second row seating of the XUV700. Quite a step up inside, but once you're inside, the seats are really comfortable, hug you in quite well. You have plenty of knee room over here. Headroom too is quite great. You have a massive panoramic sunroof, grab handles. You have light placement over here, rear AC vents, charging port for your phone, and more importantly, this seat is really important because just do that and you have literally acres of space to really sit back over here and relax. Also, you can adjust the backrest to really sit here for long distances, cruising in the XUV700 while your chauffeur drives you around. With that done, let's now move to the front seat. But before that, check out the design over here on the door panels. We get a 4 wood finish over here, silver finish for the door handles, a piano black for the door handle, window controls over here, as well as a door pocket with a bottle holder. Let's now move to the front seat. Before we move inside, let's check out the engine bay of this new XUV700. And there we have it, guys, the silky smooth 2-liter M-Stallion motor, idling very smoothly, and this vehicle produces 200 bhp and 360 Newton meters of peak torque, ensuring good performance for this vehicle. And yes, the hood is really very heavy on this car. You can really do a gym workout with this vehicle. Let's go inside. Before we jump inside, take a look at the design element on the door panel. This will remind you of Mercedes-Benz cars. We have the electric controls for the seat over here, door handle, your window controls, mirror controls, as well as a door pocket with a bottle holder. Moving inside, take a look at the interiors, man. I'm sure if you cover the Mahindra badge, you will think you're stepping into a Mercedes-Benz vehicle. That's the level of quality, fit and finish and features that this vehicle packs. Let's jump in right now. Alright guys, so talking about the driving seat position in the all-new XUV700. The seat offers enough adjustment to get into a comfortable driving position. The seats hug you in quite well. This leatherette feels quite comfortable as well. Talking about the steering wheel, you get a mild to flat bottom steering wheel over here, which will remind you of Citroen cars. You have buttons on both sides for controlling this 10.25 inch screen as well as this, the 10.25 inch screen for the infotainment. The screen is really slick, easy to use. You have radio functions, multimedia functions. Overall, this vehicle really feels quite nice. Yes, this vehicle has some cool features, especially Alexa. Watch this. Alexa, open sunroof.
Okay.
Alexa, open windows.
Okay.
Done. Alexa, close windows.
Okay.
Talking more about this vehicle, you really feel like you're sitting in a really premium vehicle. I already showed you about the steering wheel. We have your wiper controls over here, your light controls over here, and this steering really does feel really light. We'll check that out how it is when you get driving. We have these massive dual 10.25 inch screens. This is of course your instrument cluster. Changes like that. Looks really good. Over here we have your infotainment screen, again 10.25 inch touchscreen system. As you guys can see, a lot of functionality, Alexa built in. You can use Alexa to open the sunroof. I'll show you that if time permits. Moving down, we have your AC vents, your automatic climate control system. You have buttons to turn off the airbags in case you want to drive without airbags. You have a wireless charger for your phone, a slot for keeping your phone, dual zone automatic climate control, your automatic gear lever, because this, like I mentioned, is the petrol automatic, a 6-speed torque converter automatic. We have auto hold function over here, as well as your electronic parking brake. Quite nice, really a nice feature of this vehicle. More importantly, we have this controller over here to control the screen. So in case you don't want to actually reach all the way and touch the screen, you can use this control to control the screen. I already showed you we have the power and torque meter over here. Looks quite nice. We also have this button over here, and this turns on your parking cameras. Like I mentioned, this vehicle has 4 cameras, one in the front, one at the back, and one on both mirrors. And take a look at this. I put on my right indicator, I get the display over here. I put on my left indicator, the display on the left comes on. This is really an important feature because especially for our driving conditions, this will save you from side swiping traffic. Other than that, you get a sunglass holder over here, you get your SOS button over here, your interior cabin lights, and yes, the all important panoramic sunroof. opens all the way to reveal a massive sunroof, really lightens up the cabin, makes it really bright inside. Really a great feature of this vehicle. Some features with this vehicle does miss out on are ventilated seats as well as an autonomy inside rear mirror. However, because this vehicle is an SUV, unless trucks and buses always follow you, this will not be a big issue. Overall, a great cabin, really nice place to be. And well, let's listen to an audio clip before we get to driving. With 11 Sony speakers as well as a subwoofer, let's take a listen. Really guys, a great audio system, one that definitely deserves special mention. With that, let's get driving, but before that, all important glove box space. As you guys can see, you have a decent glove box as well, and also you have storage underneath over here. With that, let's get driving. Alright guys, so finally driving the all new XUV700. You guys don't know how long I've been waiting to finally test drive and bring this review to you guys. Do note that my test drive was limited to city limits because, as you can expect, the crowd for test driving this car was absolutely too much. Anyway, let's focus on the review and see how this XUV700 handles in the city. Straight away, let's start with the steering. Now the steering on this vehicle is extremely light. I mean, it's so light you can literally turn it with a single finger, and that makes this vehicle city driving experience really easy. Yes, the XUV700 is a massive vehicle. However, with the extremely light steering, the multitude of cameras everywhere, driving this car is really a pleasure in city traffic. Also, the car looks menacing with its big bold LED lights, making people literally move out of your way. Let's now talk about this vehicle's powerhouse, the 2-liter M Stallion turbo petrol motor. This engine produces 197 bhp and 380 Nm of peak torque, and the car I'm testing today is the automatic, and this comes with a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. The engine and gearbox are paired really very well, and it does not matter if you want an enthusiastic drive or a relaxed calm drive, this engine and gearbox combination will give you exactly what you want. Paddle shifters are given a miss in this vehicle, however you can take manual control using the Tiptronic function. The gearbox responds quite well and shifts are quite fast. Of course, it's not lightning quick like a DCT or a DSG, however for a torque converter, the gearbox shifts are quite fast. The engine too is really very powerful, and this vehicle even with the full load will pull effortlessly. 200 bhp and 380 Nm of torque are really strong numbers, and this gives the XUV700 really great performance. Talking about visibility, you sit nice and high, the seats are really very comfortable as well, the mirrors offer good coverage of what's around you, and more importantly you get 4 cameras, one in the front, one in the back and 2 on either side of the mirror to give you a 360-degree view around the car, which makes parking this car and driving this car in city traffic a breeze. Talking about a really important criteria, the vehicle's ride and handling balance. Now of course, like I mentioned, I couldn't test this vehicle on the highway, but in the city the car handles itself really very well. You don't feel the vehicle weight around you, and the car wraps around you, making you feel like you're driving a much smaller car despite this car's 7-seater capability. Talking about the ride comfort, the ride is really very good despite this vehicle running on 18-inch wheels. The side profile of the tires are thick enough to absorb all the bumps, the suspension works really silently, and you really don't feel like you're driving a Mahindra vehicle, and that's really saying something about this car's quality as well as ride comfort. Let's now talk about variants. Now the Mahindra XUV700 is available in 23 variants, ranging all the way from 16 lakhs to 28 lakhs for the top spec diesel automatic with all-wheel drive. Personally, I prefer to go with the AX5 because that's the most value for money variant with a lot of features, but you don't get unnecessary technology like the ADAS, lane departure warning, autonomous braking, etc. Yes, I call these features a bit useless right now because in the city with our chaotic traffic conditions, if you're going to turn on systems like ADAS as well as emergency braking, you will not go anywhere and you're only going to get into an accident. These systems are really not meant for our chaotic traffic conditions. However, if you're going to drive a lot on the highway, then yes, these systems will definitely make your highway driving experience that much better. Overall, the XUV700 is a great package from Mahindra, and you literally have a variant for everybody regardless of whatever price you have. Truly an outstanding product from Mahindra, and one I'll definitely recommend wholeheartedly. Alright guys, we have the old XUV500 and the brand new XUV700 side by side. You guys tell me from the front, which one do you prefer? Personally, the new one looks much more elegant, much more smooth, much more upmarket, whereas the old one has a really rugged look about it. Old or new, you guys tell me in the comments below, which one do you think looks the best? And so guys, that's my review on the all new XUV700. a vehicle that has truly been hyped all throughout 2020 and 2021. Does it live up to its hype? Well, yes. After this review and a proper thorough driving experience, I think the new XUV700 is definitely worthy of all the hype. And that's why it has garnered over 50,000 bookings in just 3 days of going on sale. This feat, I think, is one of the first Indian manufacturers to do this, and this also shows how much trust people have on this new Mahindra product. Whether you want to buy a compact SUV, a sedan, a mid-size SUV, or a full-fat 7-seater, the XUV700 has a variant for you, and this amount of value proposition is unmatched with this vehicle. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, take a second, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video really soon. Take care, bye-bye, drive safe. Yes, this vehicle has some cool features, especially Alexa. Watch this. Alexa. Alexa. This is not the most graceful part of this video. Yeah. Alexa. Come on, wait, Alexa. Entra. Alexa. Get started. Alexa on pannala. We are only activating Alexa first time on YouTube.